Dirty truck in here. You know, when I got in containers, last job, Horizon, when you do the loads, see, that driver whose truck I was driving, his setup is a little better than here where I'm at. We split everything down the line. Whatever the load paid, and we split the fuel. Once we did all that, what was left, it was 50-50. And after he took out whatever the little insurance charge they charged me for being on the truck, which wasn't but like $30-something, everything was 50-50. But at least you know, as a driver, you know what that run paid that you were doing. When I got here to this company, I asked this guy, what does this route pay for him to be paying me what he say he gonna pay me to do the run? He has 2 routes he does, to Joliet, Illinois, and to Dalton, Illinois. Dalton load is a shorter pay. The Joliet run is longer. But I'm puzzled now. And I knew I was getting ripped off, and I find it strange and odd that this guy didn't want to tell me what this route paid. Because I wanted to make sure I'm not getting ripped off. Because this route is longer than what I did at Horizon. He tried to make it seem like it works out to be the same thing. You're going to have consistent work. And that didn't turn out to be true. You're having issues, subject to get a log violation. Then he told me to do something yesterday with the log that still ended up with a log violation. Told me he does this all the time. I looked at my log and still had a log violation. He was doing something where he was running 16 hours. Now, we do have something where we can use that like once a week. But he told me he was doing this all the time. So when they had me at the weigh station, my time was running down. He told me it was something on the log. Click on something about the that split reset thing. And while you're sitting there, after 2 hours, you get all your time back, which I did. But you end up running 16 hours. So when I look back at my log, I'm seeing this in red, mixed match. Even though you got your time back and it's ticking down normal, you still ended up with a log violation. Now, this is something the owner of that truck told me to do. But now I'm puzzled because I'm looking for different work now. Because when I got to that company, I seen the truck he put me in. I seen that truck before. I was driving with another. I think I was an independent contractor then when I used to see that truck on the highway. And matter of fact, I had to tell him I ran into a guy, but I didn't tell him what the guy said. I ran into a guy that used to drive that truck before, the one I'm driving. He ended up at a company where I was at. He said he was driving for a company because something was happening where I was at. Something was going on. And he got to talking, and he said, well, at least you're not at a company where you got to run a run that's so fast, and if you don't make it, you subject to get a law. You get violations or fired or something, he was saying. They get on you about not being able to do the run. And I didn't know it was this job. And now that I think back, this is what he was talking about. He was talking about a Chicago run. It was this company. This guy, I actually ran into met a guy that used to drive this truck that I'm driving. But I'm puzzled now because evidently they might be losing drivers trying to run this particular route. This route, you get a log violation. This route, you don't have enough time to handle any issues as far as like a breakdown like I did without running out of time. These one of these routes that I don't like. I don't like these kind of routes. I can run them, but I don't like these kind of routes. But you can't have any issues, barely. You can't have any issues. And whatever it is, it's got to be able to be fixed real quick because you got to go. You got to go, 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 go. You can't stop. You got to go, 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 go. You can't ass around. You got to go, 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 go. That's what kind of route this is. But this guy wouldn't tell me how much the route pays. He said he got a contract. He wouldn't tell me. So he would tell me how much he was going to pay me to do the run. So, and I'm puzzled. The company got a posting about this particular route. They're looking for drivers to run this same route. And the pay is more than what this guy paying me. I kind of figured I was getting ripped off. But this route is a risky route. You're taking a big risk with this route, dealing with these rail yards. You ain't gonna have the time. Any issues arise, you got to do flips. If that shit can't get done quick and you get out of there, it's gonna be a problem. You run into any traffic conditions. Luckily, it appears to be clearing up a little bit. That construction down there in Indiana is look like the inbound way is clearing up, but coming out, you got heavy congestion for some reason. I don't know why. The traffic just bags up. You get caught into anything like that. I mean, this run is that tight. Every minute of your drive is used dealing with this damn route. I've pulled back in the yard on 1 minute, coasted in on no minute, just because of this route. They had you go pick up in Romulus, drive it down there. They want you to come back and drop it back there. But they're not anticipating the traffic conditions. No, yeah, you can sit up and say, yeah, you got more than enough time. No, you think we got more than enough time. You're not out there on the highway. You don't know what's happening with the roads. You don't know the traffic conditions. You don't know what's going on down there in the yard. You just don't know. You assume we got enough time. So now they looking for a driver to run this route. Good luck with that. You probably get somebody, but then when they get to doing the route, and then they start running into the issues of the route, I don't know how long they're going to stay on there. But what this has revealed to me, that this guy is not paying me what this route should pay. This route, somebody's offering more money for this same route. This guy is not paying me what he should pay. And I remember something he did when I signed up for this. We were talking about the pay, discussing the pay between the two different routes. And he tried to shortchange me in the beginning. He tried to pay me $50 less for the longer run. And then I caught that. Because he had told me, he does the Joliet and Dalton. But he was saying Chicago and Dalton. And told me one of them is longer than the other one. The other one is $50 less than the other one. But the one I mentioned that he said paid more, he tried to shortchange me. He tried to pay me the route pay for the shorter run. And I caught that. I said, I thought you said so-and-so paid this much. He said, yeah, Joliet. Okay, so Joliet is the Chicago run. That's the one that pays more than the Dalton. Okay. But now I'm looking on here and looking at what they offering for the pay for that same run. It's $50 more than what he paying me. Still 5 days. You don't have to work weekends. But I'm looking at how much the money you make at the end of the week. I'm like, I don't get that. Why don't I get that? There's some money missing somewhere. Oh, so this guy paying me less when he should have been paying me the money that they offering for this route. This may be him offering the route. I don't know who this is. But the money they offering on this route is not the money that I'm currently being paid for doing that route. I knew I was being ripped off with this shit. Ain't this a bitch? And now you trying to make it look like I ain't doing my job, all these issues coming up, and this guy's been ripping me off? Ain't this? It's right there, posted online. Ain't this a bitch?